What's happening, everybody? JayShockblast here, and we are here with another top 10 list for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. These are my top 10 Spider-Man villains I would love to see make their debut in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. As we all know, Spider-Man Homecoming is in theaters now, and we have already seen a ton of Spider-Man related characters introduced as part of LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. Just this weekend, we saw the Spider-Man Homecoming homemade suit and Vulture kind of make their debut and unveiling. We've also seen Spider-Gwen, we've seen Spider-Man 2099, Spider-Man Noir, so there's going to be a heavy influence of Spider-Man characters, and it makes total sense to have many of the villains in his rogue gallery make their way into playable characters for LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. Now, I've gone ahead and put together a list of 10 characters I'd love to see make their way into the game, and these are going to be characters that have not appeared in either of the LEGO Marvel games yet. So obviously we've seen lots of characters already, like Mysterio, like Beetle, like Green Goblin, and Carnage and Venom, and so many others I can't really think of off the top of my head. And they're all obviously, a lot of those characters are possibly going to come back, and I would love to see them. But I want to focus on characters that haven't had a shot. And let's go ahead and just get right into it, man. Spider-Man Homecoming is in theaters now, and that's kind of what inspired this in particular top 10 list. So at number 10, we have Spider-Side. Spider-Side is a clone of Peter Parker that thinks he really is Peter Parker, and he's kind of got a cool look. He looks a little bit of a cross between, Carnage and Scarlet Spider, and he's just a bad dude, man. So I think it'd be a pretty interesting look. He's created by the Jackal, as most spider clones are, and I think it'd be a cool addition. So at number 10, Spider-Side. At number 9, we have Jack-O-Lantern, and Jack-O-Lantern has a very Green Goblin vibe to him. Obviously has his own little hovercraft board thing, and he seems like he would be perfect for this game. He's a very kid-friendly type character, a little cheesy, but that is exactly what LEGO Marvel is all about. So I think Jack-O-Lantern looks absolutely perfect, and he would be a great addition, another flyer to go with Green Goblin and possibly 2 other characters on this list. So at number 9, we have Jack-O-Lantern. At number 8, we have the Jackal himself. Now, Jackal has been has come up recently in the Spider-Verse as Ben Reilly, a reborn Ben Reilly, if you will. But Jackal is a very central character throughout the history of Spider-Man. Mostly been played by Miles Warren, so it'd be really cool to see that version of Jackal in the game. And I guess you could theoretically do the newer Scarlet Spider Ben Reilly version of Jackal as well. I kind of prefer to see the original, the Miles Warren version of Jackal, because Ben Reilly as Jackal is really just a dude in a suit with an Egyptian kind of hat or mask. So either way, I'm pretty happy either way. Dead No More, the Clone Conspiracy was a big storyline, so it makes sense if Marvel wanted to include him in there somehow. But either way, Jackal is a very integral part of the Spider-Man mythos, and I think he really deserves to have a shot here. So at number 8, we have Jackal. At number 7, we have Demogoblin, and Demogoblin is a pretty cool version of one of the goblins. He makes a deal with a demon and is kind of possessed, so he's got that kind of monstrous look, and I don't know, I just think it'd be a pretty cool character to have in the game. I like those kind of demon style characters, and I think he would be very, very fitting, as would my number 6. So at number 7, we have Demogoblin, and that goes right into number 6, somebody that has worked with Demogoblin before. We have Doppleganger. Now, Doppleganger is the many-armed, kind of clone-ish thing of Spider-Man. I think he popped up during Infinity Wars, One of the gods kind of created him. So he's just awesome, man. He's got all these arms, and I think he has 8 arms, like 4 on each side. Yeah, 4 on each. No, I think it's actually 6. He has 6 arms. So Magus had something to do with it, and you know, I just think he'd be a really cool character. I mean, having again it's basically a Spider-Man suit with the kind of Carnage or Venom face, and then 6 arms. Like, how much cooler does it get? So at number 6 we have Doppleganger. Number 5 almost seems like a no-brainer at this point. I hope that Marvel gets this character into the game because it will be a direct support of the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man game that's coming out. That is right, Mr. Negative. Mr. Negative is a really cool looking character. I think he would really look cool if they had his face can kind of have like a glowing effect to it. I don't know, like, I just feel like it would be a really, like, especially, I know you're not going to necessarily use Mr. Negative in like the Noir storyline of the game, but I feel like he's a very fitting character, kind of like that, where he's the black and the white, and I don't know, man, like, I feel like it's just the perfect transition from the PlayStation 4 Spider-Man game coming out. It's just another way of hyping it up, and Marvel always seems to love to do a little bit of cross promotion, if you will. So at number 5 we have Mr. Negative. At number 4 we have a character that makes so much sense because it's a character that sort of debuted in Spider-Man Homecoming, and that is Matt Gargan himself, Scorpion. So Scorpion is one of the big Spider-Man villains of all time, biggest of all time, I should say. And you know, I think it's just an obvious transition, having had, you know, a lot of characters like Lizard and you know, Dr. Octopus, stuff like that in the game. You know, Scorpion is just kind of that next, you know, wave of characters we really should focus on getting in here. Obviously, Matt Gargan has also been Venom, and in Dark Reign, he was actually the Dark Reign Thunderbolts version of Spider-Man. So there's a couple ways you could go with Matt Gargan in general, but I just kind of feel like since he is sort of probably going to be a big-time villain in the Spider-Man Homecoming 2, you know, it might be a good idea to get Scorpion in front of some kids with Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. So at number 4 we have Scorpion. At number 3 we have a character that came back not too long ago and even has his own pop figure. We have Morbius, the vampire. Morbius looks awesome, and anytime we can get some kind of, you know, demonish vampire type character in here, I think we're going to be pretty happy, and it's going to be a lot of fun. I just feel like he would be a great character, a great addition to the game. He looks really cool, and you know, it could be one of those types of transforming characters too, where he has like his actual, you know, human form, if you will. So at number 3 we have Morbius. Getting into the top 2, at number 2 we have Anti-Venom. We already know that Venom's going to be in there, and we know that Carnage is going to be in the game. It would be really cool to see any number of other symbiotes make their way in. You know, obviously Anti-Venom is one. You can have Toxin for another. You know, there's Dreadface, Scream, you know, Phage, there's Scorn, Mania, Hybrid. There's a bunch of other symbiotes, but Anti-Venom is my favorite, and he's basically just a reverse Venom. And I just think that he would be a really cool way of getting another symbiote into the game, especially where he kind of had his existence coincide with, he's kind of related to Mr. Negative in a way. So I feel like that would be a really cool way of including both of those characters. So at number 2 we have Anti-Venom, and at number 1, I mean, this is kind of a no-brainer. We already have had Green Goblin, so let's go ahead and get one of the Hobgoblins in here. My number 1 Spider-Man villain that I would love to see in this game is Hobgoblin. I love the goblins. I love the Goblin Wars when, you know, Green Goblin was fighting with Hobgoblin over who the true Goblin King is, and I just think it'd be perfect. It really would be. I think Hobgoblin has a really cool look. I think having, you know, Green Goblin, Hobgoblin, Jack-o'-lantern, and Demo Goblin in here would be great. Having, you know, there's already talks that you can have more than 2 characters out at one time, so it'd be really cool if we were able to get, you know, all 4 of the goblins, if you will. I mean, I guess Jack-o'-lantern's not really a goblin, but it'd be cool to have all of them out there. So, number 1, Hobgoblin. What do you guys think? Who are some of these Spider-Man villains that you would love to see in LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2? I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and we'll see ya.